All right, you're near the end of the section, your brain is foggy, you're tired, you are maybe running out of time, and a question like this with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines of text looks like it's going to be crazy. But this is where practice pays off, because if you have seen a lot of SAT questions, then you're going to be able to categorize SAT questions pretty quickly. And when I look at this, there's a big category that just jumps out right away. What do I see right in the middle of this thing? Y equals AX plus B. Get back to basics. That's a line. Okay, the letters are slightly different, but Y equals AX plus B is almost the same as Y equals MX plus B. The letters are different, but they work the same way. So when that happens, they're usually asking something pretty simple. What do they say here? Skipping the whole story. We want to know the value of B. So B, in both cases, represents our y-intercept. Okay, so y-intercepts are easy when we have a normal xy graph, but what do they mean when we have a story? Well, getting back to basics is about associating certain math ideas with similar ideas in the real world. So basically, a y-intercept is a starting point. It's an initial value. And so what we should do as we go through this story now is, instead of just reading it and trying to absorb everything, we're looking for something very specific. We want to hear something that sounds like a starting point or an initial value. So let's look at it. A startup company opened with 8 employees. It's right there. The company's growth plan assumes that 2 new employees will be hired each quarter. That sounds actually like a slope. Every 3 months for the first 5 years. Blah, blah, blah. If an equation is written, what is B? So there's really no math to do here. Once we're done, we can see 8 employees matches with this idea of a starting point, and so 8 is my answer. This is the second to last question in the section. It's the kind of thing that most people, if you're iffy on time, are not going to get to. But notice, it didn't take us much time if we've got the simple ideas about lines in our head. There's not a lot of work to be done. It's just about reading. So this is an easy 10 points to pick up fast. And this is why, as you start hitting those hard questions, you've got to be willing to throw stuff overboard and say, I'm just going to guess randomly on these hard ones so that I can get to this and lock in those 10 points with like 30 seconds of effort. It's also why you shouldn't be scared just because something is long, okay? Maybe you don't like to read, but that's the SAT's way of intimidating you into quitting. Don't let them win like that. Just give it a chance. See what you do recognize. Odds are good it's going to be in a nice little category where you can slim that story down very quickly, and lines especially are going to come up a lot in the test. So get back to basics, and the story will make a lot more sense.